He picked up his coffee mug and came to the window and was shocked to see that girl standing outside, drenched in the rain. This girl has not left from here yet, he muttered, and then keeping his mug on the side table, he quickly went downstairs and came to the lounge and started calling his servant in a loud voice. Yes, sir. The servant came near and said, What is that girl doing here till now? I had told you to send her away right now. He said in a strict tone, Sir, I tried, but madam is standing outside and getting drenched and she is not ready to leave. She says that she will not leave from here until you listen to her. When the servant said this, the anger on Arjun's face increased further. Today, when he was about to leave the office, a girl came near him in the parking area and asked him to talk about something important. He asked her to meet the manager and left for home. But that girl followed him till his home and tried to meet him here also. He asked the guard to ask her to go out, but she was getting drenched in the rain for the last 3 hours. He started walking around rubbing his forehead. Go and bring her inside, she finally said. The servant turned back. After a while she came in soaked and water was dripping from her clothes on the carpet. Arjun did not like this at all. He said, Do this. Go to my sister's room with my maid and change into any suit from there. Then we will talk leisurely. Saying this, he went towards his room. He is a strange man. What would have happened if he had talked for 2 minutes and now I change my clothes? Then I will talk to him. He acts very pampered. She came to the luxurious room with the maid muttering to herself. After changing her clothes, she was entangling her long hair when there was a knock on the door and Arjun came in. She started looking for her dupatta in a hurry and then quickly covered herself with the towel in her hand. Hey, how can you come inside without asking? She said angrily, and Arjun, who was staring at her, shook his head. Then he sat comfortably on the sofa and started smoking a cigarette. She was sitting in front of him with a dupatta on her shoulders when the door opened again and an elderly woman came in. There was a happy expression on her face. She quickly started praising Payal. Both of them started looking at each other in confusion on seeing this situation. Grandma, what is happening? Arjun said in a strict tone, Keep quiet, you are a shameless person. You did not feel ashamed to tell your old grandmother that you have chosen a girl for yourself and brought her. Anyway, I have found her very cute. She praised Payal and said, Grandma, you have misunderstood. There is nothing like that. Please go out now. I have to talk about business. Arjun suppressed his anger and said, Okay, I am going. But before leaving, bring her to my room. I have to talk about something very important. She turned back saying this. Arjun took a deep breath and turned towards Payal again. Please say whatever you want to say quickly. I have to prepare for a very important meeting, he said in the above tone. I also have no hobby of wasting your time. I also don't have time to spare. If you would have waited outside the office for 5 minutes and listened to me, I would not have to do all this. And I would have reached home on time. My brother would be waiting for me. Payal said with a frown, Say whatever you want to say quickly. You have only 10 minutes. Then after that I will get up and leave. Arjun said it will take me only 2 minutes. Actually, I want to talk about my cafe which is built with your Blue Moon Hotel. Your team has declared that land of ours is illegal. Whereas there is nothing like that. We bought that land last year. You can do anything with the power of money. But never think that someone's dream is attached to it. It is someone's hard work and someone's future is at stake. You know, we worked hard on that cafe for 5 years and now it has a name and you want to end it suddenly. She went on speaking sternly. The matter is over. My answer to this is that let whatever is happening happen and go and set up your cafe somewhere else. I will pay you whatever price you ask for. Payal said angrily to this, Why should we go and set up somewhere else? Our cafe is running there and doing very well. Look sir, your restaurant has other dishes and our cafe has sweet dishes and tea and coffee. So what is the problem? If we also stay there then you will not suffer any loss. Arjun said to Shakti, I don't want this. No one can harm me. That cafe is spoiling the beauty of my luxurious hotel. That's why I want to remove it. And as far as tea and coffee are concerned, better tea is available in my restaurant. I have hired the best chefs. And foreigners also come to my hotel a lot. I don't want any kind of deficiency in my restaurant. I am ready to pay you whatever you ask for. Quote. Payal's tone became more harsh. We don't want your begging, sir. We want our rights and I will never let this cafe be removed from there. I have said what I wanted to say. Now you can leave. I don't want any more argument. Arjun said while getting up. Payal said pleadingly this time. My brother has worked very hard for this cafe. Please sir, don't break his dreams. Arjun looked at his watch and said in a strict tone, Miss Payal, whoever you are, you can leave from here. 10 minutes are over and before leaving, you must meet grandmother. Saying this, he went out. Payal got up sadly and was about to go home when the maid stopped her and asked her to come with her. She accompanied her to Daddy G's room. Shanti Ji was sitting there waiting for her. She made her sit beside her and started talking about many things. She was talking about her loneliness and Payal was listening quietly with her head bowed. Payal was feeling her sorrow. Then Shanti Ji took up a velvet case and took out a pair of bangles from it and put them on Payal's hand. Payal was looking at those bangles with surprise. She asked nervously, What are you doing, Daddy Ji? Arjun was shocked while coming inside. Shanti Ji said, This is a memento of my daughter-in-law. When she came, I made her wear these. But fate had something else in store and she left this world. These bangles have come back to me. Today I have given them to my daughter-in-law's daughter-in-law. You are my Arjun's bride. Both Arjun and Payal were shocked to hear her words. Arjun came near angrily and shouted, Take them off immediately. He forcefully took off the bangles from Payal's hand and shouted, Now get out of here. When worthless girls like you don't get anything else, they start acting to trap rich boys. Get out of here. Hearing her words, Payal's eyes became moist. She quickly got up and left the place crying. Shanti Ji said angrily, What was this way to talk to your daughter-in-law? Arjun said in irritation, She is not a daughter-in-law. She is just a girl walking on the road who came here to beg and you are thinking of making her the daughter-in-law of this house. Hatred was clearly visible in his tone. Shanti Ji's face turned pale. She sighed and said, I thought she is a friend of yours whom you want to marry. Get lost. I will not talk to you now. She was such a good girl and you let her go from the house. I will not eat or drink anything. Until you marry me. She shouted. Arjun was speechless. He kept the bracelet on the table and went towards his room. The next day when he came to the breakfast table, the maid told him, Sir, Daddy Ji has neither eaten dinner nor is ready to eat now. Arjun came to her room in irritation and said, What is all this, Daddy Ji? Why are you being so adamant? Arjun said in irritation, You know very well why I am doing this. You have turned 32 and still have no intention of getting married. You are the only one and then there's your sister who is about to turn 28 and she also doesn't care about getting married. You guys just keep expanding the business and what will happen to the house? Have you even thought about it? I like that girl. Just bring her as my daughter-in-law. Otherwise I won't be able to eat or drink, Shanti Ji said angrily. Arjun took a deep breath and sat at her feet. Okay, whatever you want will happen. Now please have your meal. He requested. Shanti Ji looked at him with suspicious eyes. I am telling the truth. Arjun said quickly. She was relieved after getting the answer from her eyes and went with him. When the talk of breakfast ended, Arjun reached the hotel and went straight to the gossip cafe next to it. When he entered inside, a boy of his age was sitting at the counter. I am Arjun. I want to meet Payal. He said. The boy was shocked and said, Oh, so you are Mr. Arjun, the owner of Blue Moon Hotel. I had a great desire to meet you. I am happy to meet you. I am Payal's brother Arman. He extended his hand. Arjun said he shook hands reluctantly and leaned on the counter and started looking at him. What kind of a man is he? He himself pushes his sister forward and he himself is sitting here at the counter. He got irritated in his mind. Just then Arman said, Payal has come. Arjun immediately started paying attention to him. Yes, please. Payal came near and said in a sharp tone. Let's sit and talk. Arjun said, looking here and there. Payal said to Arman, Bhaiya, send 2 cups of coffee. I am taking them to the guest room. Quote. Saying this, she went with Arjun to a small cabin. Arjun said sarcastically, You came to fight with me because of this pit-like cafe. Payal was furious. It can be a pit or anything. But what is ordinary for you can be the hard work of the whole life for the other person. This is my brother's earnings. Arjun said laughingly, You have a very tough brother who himself is sitting here and sends you to other people's houses. His taunt made Payal even more angry. Stay within your limits, Mr. Arjun, she said in irritation. Let's go. Leave all this. Now let's talk about the real thing. Arjun said seriously, Yes, tell me. Payal said calmly, I will give your brother a place in my cafe and will pay him more than what he earns from here. Arjun said, No, it is a clear refusal. Payal said in a stern tone. Arjun played another trick. Okay. I will make your brother a partner of 31% shares of my hotel. Payal was shocked to hear this. What are you saying? Yes, there is a cafe in my hotel too. Where people enjoy coffee, tea. There your brother will take care of everything and the profit will be his. That means the gossip cafe will become a part of my hotel. Arjun said calmly. Payal said in a stern tone, Tell me the reason for this kindness. Arjun said smilingly, It is not necessary that I would want something in return. That is what you feel. Oh please, there is no need to act in front of me. I know people like you very well. This world is very selfish. Payal said bitterly, You must have some intention. That is why you are making such a big offer. Otherwise you people should not even give your spit to anyone. Whatever is going on in your mind, tell it quickly. Payal said angrily, I was just explaining to you like this. But you are very intelligent. Arjun said while taking a long sip of coffee. Payal shook her head and stood up. Actually, my grandmother has liked you very much. She refused to eat food last night and even today morning and clearly said that she will not eat food until you become her daughter-in-law. That is why I want you to marry me for a few months. Then if you like someone else, I will get you married to him myself. After that you go your way and I will go my way. Arjun said calmly, You are a very mean person. You are it. I should not talk to you. You can leave from here. Payal said angrily and stood up suddenly. But Arjun quickly held her hand. You can do anything for your brother, right? Then you can't even do this much. Will you break his dreams? Think well till tonight. Then tell me your decision. And yes, in return of this marriage, you will get the right 2 crores of rupees, Arjun said while putting on his glasses. Payal remained silent on his talk of crores. After he left, she fell on the sofa in exhaustion. Just then Arman came inside with the help of his crutches. Hey Bhaiya, why did you come? You should have called me. Payal immediately held him and started sitting on the chair. What was Arjun saying? Is he ready to leave our cafe? Arman asked with hopeful eyes. Yes Bhaiya, one more of your dreams of becoming a business partner is going to be fulfilled. Arjun is giving you 31% shares of his hotel. Payal covered her face with a smile and said, Why is he saying this? Will he do it? Arman was surprised because he loves me and is doing all this for my love. Payal lied with great difficulty. But she could only see her brother's future in front of her. She was hoping that if she got a lot of money, then Bhaiya's operation would be done and he would be able to walk without crutches and she could get this money from Arjun as her right. Oh, I can't believe it. Arjun really loves you. I am very happy. You have no idea of my happiness. I always thought of such a life partner for you. Arman's happiness knew no bounds. After some time, Payal picked up the card given by Arjun and dialed his number and said yes to him. The very next day they got married in a simple manner. Arjun reached Payal's house with full preparations, his sister Kavita and his employees with a barat. When this small barat reached there, Arman welcomed them. Arjun was shocked to see him and then he understood why Payal had come to him. That means Arman was helpless. That's why he had told his sister that she was not happy. He was sent to the hotel. In his heart, he felt ashamed of his rudeness. He also remembered the day when he had doubted Payal in the cafe. Soon both of them got married and then after bidding farewell Arjun brought her to his bungalow. Shanti ji was extremely happy. After a few rituals Payal was sent to her room and Arjun went to the study room to finish his important work. Sitting alone in the room Payal started looking around. The room was decorated very beautifully. The walls were painted white with blue and on one side there was a glass sliding door which opened towards the balcony. White designer curtains were put on it. All the things were very expensive and modern. The taste and status of the person in front was clearly visible from everything. The atmosphere was fragrant with the smell of flowers. The king-size bed looked very attractive. Payal was sitting on it for the last 1 hour. She was looking very beautiful as a bride. But due to continuous crying her nose and eyes had become red. Fatigue and helplessness were clearly visible on her face. She was looking very pretty. She had only had 2 glasses of juice since morning. Her stomach was aching due to hunger. Just then she was startled by the sound of the door and looked to see Arjun come in. So how does it feel to be Ms. Arjun Kumar? You have become the wife of the person whose face you did not even want to see. It seems as if someone has cursed you. Arjun taunted. Payal said in agony, I did not say anything to you. But you think you like to mess with me. But anyway, I will also compete with you. Arjun laughed and said, Oh, will you compete with me? Payal said firmly, Yes, and you will regret. Just wait and watch for bringing me here. Saying this, she went towards the changing room. Arjun, seeing her stubbornness and attitude, frowned and started thinking. What is going on in this girl's mind? She got the lions from my hotel for her brother. Still, her tantrums are not less. Anyway, I will also see what she does. After some time, he also came out of the changing room and lay down on the bed. Questions were going around in his mind. What does Payal want? When he woke up, he picked up the phone from the side table and started mumbling while turning over. Payal was still fast asleep. She looked very beautiful. Arjun thought while removing the hair from her face, she spews so much venom, speaks so bitterly, and this face has so much innocence. His hand moved forward, then stopped. No, not now. Whatever has to be done, we will do it with time. We have a lot of time. Smiling, he got up and went to the washroom. As soon as he went inside, Payal quickly got up and went and turned off the water in the washroom. Then she stood near the door with her ears close. Arjun was shampooing inside when suddenly the water stopped. He started shouting in irritation and when he opened the door and came out, he was angry, wiping his head with a towel. Payal was trying hard to control her laughter and was pretending to be innocent while sitting on the sofa. She started reading a magazine. Since when have I been calling you? Can't you hear? Arjun said in an irritated tone. Then he asked the servant to turn on the motor through the intercom. But the servant told that the motor was already running. Hearing this, Arjun started thinking. He quickly went up to the terrace and the bulb there was off. He understood the whole matter within 1 minute. What explanation will you give for this act? He bent down and holding Payal's arm said in anger, What do I know? What act are you talking about? Payal tried to act ignorant. I am talking about the cheap act of switching off that bulb. Arjun got angry. How do I know which bulb? Maybe your father knows. Go and ask him. Payal said sarcastically. Arjun kept staring at her but became silent. Shut your mouth, Payal. You are already getting arrogant. Arjun said angrily. Wow. So now you are not able to tolerate it. Payal stood in front of him burning it. If you think that I will set you free because of such acts then forget it. Now you have to be ready for my retaliation. Arjun smiled and lightly patted her cheek. Payal's face turned pale. The battle had begun and Arjun was also going to join it now. Wait for my turn. Arjun taunted and went out of the room. Payal got into thinking. What will he do? Then slowly she opened the cupboard and started thinking in her mind. It was 4 o'clock in the evening when Arjun entered the room. He was looking very smart, wearing a white shirt, blue sari, rolled up sleeves and gelled hair. Payal felt jealous that why does he walk around so well dressed even at home? But she muttered to herself. The voice was so low that Arjun did not hear. What is the problem with this dress? Who wears dark pink color? Have you lost your mind? Don't you have a fashion sense? Payal said, pulling him. Arjun closed the door and said in a loud voice, whatever it is, you have to wear this only. The reception is today, not after 2 days. You have already wasted a lot of time. Get up and change. He pointed with his finger and said, I don't want to wear it. Is this compulsion? Quote. Payal got up and said, yes, it is compulsion, and if you argue further then I will tell you what compulsion means. Arjun held her arm and pulled her close to him. His eyes were turning red with anger. Leave my arm. Payal wanted to move back. But Arjun's strong grip had held her. It will take me a moment to control you. I am being gentle. But this is not suiting you. Arjun said, coming close to her ear. Payal got nervous when he came so close. She tried to push Arjun back by placing her hand on him. Arjun said laughingly, I haven't even done anything yet. You got scared so soon. The changing color of your face is clearly telling. I am not afraid of you. Quote. Payal said while controlling herself and again started to free her hand. There is a shortage of time, otherwise I would have shown you right now. Arjun said, smiling, and finally he loosened his grip. Payal freed her arms and started looking in the cupboard, putting her hair behind her ears. Her long hair was hanging till her waist. Your hair is very long. If someone tells you to cut it short, then refuse because I like it. Arjun said calmly. But I don't like it at all. I will get it cut and will not listen to you. Payal said angrily. Arjun smiled. I will straighten you out in one go. If you don't agree, then show me. Arjun took a step towards Payal with a question and she jumped up in shock. She was staring at him. I hope you will not do this again. Arjun said, taking a step back. His wheatish complexion and black hair were making him even more attractive. This secret was revealed to Payal at that time that he was entering her heart without even trying. The proof was Arjun's eyes, which were not taking the name of leaving her. When he reached the door, Payal was staring at him without stopping. She turned her eyes away in fear. She did not even realize when Arjun came near her. What is this impoliteness? Payal shouted. Arjun smiled. You started this war. Now when it is my turn, I am feeling sad. He came closer. Why can't you talk from behind? Payal tried to push him. No, the thing is that Arjun came closer to her. Mr. Arjun, move away, Payal said in frustration. Her eyes were filled with anger. But Arjun did not care. What is it to you? Payal said in anger. Arjun said innocently. Actually, my throat is sore. My voice is coming out slowly. That is why I have to speak to you so close. He deliberately started to tease her. Do you think I am mad? Payal was turning to look at him when her face collided with Arjun's. Why are you looking so beautiful today? Arjun slowly looked at her face. Payal wanted to run away, but he was not letting her go. Stay in your limits, Arjun. Payal said in a low voice and started pushing him. Arjun had just turned around smiling when Kavita came in from the door. Hi Bhaiya. Kavita hugged Arjun as soon as she came. Then she turned towards Payal and said smilingly, I am Kavita, Arjun's sister. And you are Bobby. But you are so young that I can't believe it. She was speaking while laughing. But somewhere hidden sadness was visible in her eyes. After talking for a while, everyone came out and left for the hotel. Even after reaching the stage, Payal's eyes were searching only for Arman. While Arjun was teasing her again and again. That serious-looking Arjun was lost somewhere today. Payal was enjoying all this because for the first time someone was messing with her. Otherwise everyone was afraid of her. Kavita was moving ahead in her own tune when suddenly she collided with someone. Before she could fall, someone caught her. As soon as Kavita looked up, her breath stopped. The same person was standing in front of her on seeing whom she had lost control years ago. He was Arman. The same heartbeat started echoing in Kavita's ears again. "Are you okay?" Arman asked while holding her shoulder. Kavita said softly, "Yes, I am Kavita, Arjun Kumar's sister." "Oh, I am Arman." Arjun's wife's brother Arman introduced himself. His eyes fell on Arman's crutches. It was as if Kavita had forgotten to breathe. Then she controlled herself and moved aside. After meeting Arjun, Arman went and sat on the stage near his sister Payal. The brother and sister were talking among themselves and Kavita just kept looking at Arman quietly. After getting free from the function, Kavita returned home. Looking at herself in the mirror, she started gasping. "What happened to me? Is Arman walking on crutches today because of an accident that happened years ago? Is he in this condition because of that accident?" She kept asking questions to herself. Then she shook her head and tried to sleep. But how could she sleep? She remembered the 5-year-old accident. She was going at full speed in a sports car with her friends. Suddenly she saw a handsome young man selling flowers. Seeing him, Kavita lost her attention and the car collided with him. Arman fell face down on the road and lost consciousness. Kavita, out of fear, listened to her friends and drove away from there. But she did not get peace even for a moment after reaching home. The next day she went to find out about that boy, but she could not find anything. The people around told her that he was taken to some hospital in an ambulance. But no one knew which hospital. Kavita kept looking for him for many days so that she could apologize once, but she failed, and now after 5 years, seeing him in front of her, it was clear that the same accident was responsible for her becoming disabled. Kavita kept crying for hours when the door opened and Payal came in. Kavita raised her head and looked at her with red eyes. Payal said, "What happened? The sound of crying was coming from your room." Kavita quickly wiped her tears with her dupatta and sat up straight. "Nothing, I am fine. Why did you come here? Haven't you slept yet?" Kavita asked with a light smile. "No, I was just going to sleep. But my heart is troubled. I have left Baya alone there. I am not able to understand what to do. I was telling him to get married. But he does not agree. He says who will marry him in this condition. I explained to him that it is just a matter of a few days. Everything will be fine after the operation. But he says he is not confirmed and does not want to spoil anyone's life. But I am worried that he is alone and sometimes his leg pains so much that I scream." Payal said sadly. Kavita mustered courage and asked, "How did all this happen to your brother?" Payal took a deep breath and said, 5 years ago, on my birthday, Baya had gone to get flowers for me. Then some rich girl hit him with her car and left him in this condition. People told me that it was a girl. But no one knows who she was. If I had known, I would not have sat in peace. Baya's engagement also got broken. And this is the reason why he does not want to get married now. He loved his fiancée very much. But she also left him in this trouble. Since then, Baya is not able to believe that anyone will support him. There were tears in Payal's eyes and Kavita started cursing herself that because of her, Arman's life had come to this point. Then Payal kept a water jug in Arjun's room and went to sleep. Arjun was working on his laptop. But as soon as Payal came, he shut the laptop. He came near the bed and gently put his hand on her shoulder. "Listen, I have to tell you something important." Payal turned and said, "Yes, please tell me." Arjun said in a serious voice, "I think we should move forward in our lives." Payal said in shock, "You are forgetting that this marriage is only and only because of grandmother." "Then why?" Arjun took a deep breath. "I feel my life has stopped. Now I want peace. And it is said that a wife is a source of peace." He held Payal's hand. Payal said in embarrassment, "Leave my hand. I don't want to talk to you." Quote. Arjun said while explaining, "Okay, I admit that I said something wrong. But now I want to end that contract." Quote. Payal quickly freed her hand and turned to sleep. Arjun got very angry. But he kept quiet. In the morning, Payal's eyes fell on Arjun, who looked innocent. While sleeping, she said to herself, "Such a handsome boy but so rude too." Then Arjun opened his eyes and said, "If I have time to see you, I should open my eyes." Payal was shocked. She started to leave, but Arjun stopped her by pulling her and said with a mischievous smile, "You are the cheater. You were watching me secretly." Payal got up in anger. But Arjun removed the catcher from her hair and said, "I love you, don't you understand?" Payal blushed and went to the washroom. Arjun kept smiling. Arjun came down with her after getting ready. Kavita was making breakfast in the kitchen. "Hi, good morning." Kavita said, "What's the matter?" "My chef is busy today, making special breakfast." Quote. Arjun asked, smiling, "So?" Kavita smiled slowly. "Shall I help you?" Payal asked hesitantly, "Absolutely not, my love. It has been 3 days since the marriage, and in our house, the daughter-in-law does not do any kitchen work for 1 month." Quote. Arjun said, laughing. Payal said in surprise, "What kind of logic is this? What should one do who is fond of doing something?" Payal said with a frown, "If you are so keen to do it, then let's go. Get up and go to the cafe with your brother and help him. Because today a very special guest is coming. We have to serve coffee to him in such a way that he becomes a fan, and your brother makes very good coffee." Arjun said smilingly, and Payal was shocked and started looking at him. "Arman's cafe means his brother works in your restaurant, right?" Kavita suddenly asked. "Yes, of course, he is my business partner." When Arjun said this, happiness was clearly visible on Kavita's face. She felt good thinking that today when she goes to the hotel, she will be able to see Arman. After having breakfast, all 3 of them left for the restaurant. Arjun had many other restaurants too. But he was giving most of his time to that new restaurant. After reaching there, Arjun came straight to the cafe area. "Good morning, Bhaiya," Payal said smilingly, and at the same time Arman came smiling in front, and Kavita's heart got stuck in his smile. Whenever he smiled, it seemed as if flowers bloom. Arjun said, "We have come after having breakfast and we want to have tea. Please serve us tea quickly." Arman nodded and moved ahead with his assistant. After a while the assistant came with the tea tray. All 4 sat there and started drinking tea. But Kavita's eyes kept getting stuck on Arman. And Arman had also noted this very well. After all, how can you ignore someone looking at you again and again? After a while Arjun and Kavita went towards the office, and Arman and Payal sat there and started talking. "Is there any issue with your sister-in-law?" Arman asked, and Payal started looking at him in shock. "What do you mean? I did not understand." Payal said that it means that Kavita looks at me as if she is searching for something in my face, and I see a strange pain in her eyes. Arman had read the tiredness on Kavita's face in just one glance. Payal said softly, "You are right. She is sad about something. I also saw her crying a lot last night. But when I asked the real reason, she avoided me." Arman smiled lightly at Payal's style and said, "You are so talkative that the other person forgets his own things and starts listening to you. Well, leave all this, tell me, what have you thought?" "About what?" Payal looked confused. Arman said, laughing, "Okay, sorry, I was joking. But you tell me, who will marry me? There must be someone who loves you." Payal said seriously, "I wish a girl comes and says that she loves you." Then Arman laughed loudly. "You are completely crazy. Who will love a handicapped person like me?" Arman said in a sarcastic tone. Then Payal became serious. She said, "There must be someone, and anyway I am going to get your operation done. I have money next month. Arjun has given me 1 crore and your operation will be done in lakhs. Then see, there will be a line of girls. My brother is so handsome and cute," she said, laughing. Arman lovingly put his hand on her cheek and said, "No, doll, there is no need for this. I want to get my operation done with my own money." Your money is yours and now you are someone else's wife. I never made this difference. But I want to take care of my responsibilities myself. How long will you do all this? Payal pouted and said, this is very wrong, Baya. I want you to get well as soon as possible and start walking. Quote. Arman said in a low voice, you know, right? What has the doctor said? Quote. It is possible that I may start walking or I may remain like this forever. Now you tell me, what will I do by doing all this? I believe that I am fine the way I am. Doctors talk a lot of nonsense anyway. What did the doctor who came from abroad say? He was saying that there have been many such cases in London and people there are walking perfectly now. We will go there and get treatment. I still have his card. Doctors here are more of money-making machines. They never prescribe any correct medicine or treatment. Payal said with a frown. Arman replied by shaking his head. That is why I am telling you to focus on your life. I will get it done whenever I have to. And please don't talk about this anymore. Payal said, okay, I won't do it, but you will definitely have to get married very soon, and you will see that when people will come to know that you have become a partner of such a big restaurant, then many proposals will come. When she spoke fast, a painful smile spread on Arman's face. He said, you are right. This is what will happen now. Anyway, people love only money. Just then Kavita, who was listening to the conversation silently, came to them and said, your thinking is absolutely wrong. It is not necessary that all people are the same and you are the way you are. Anyway, you can seem perfect to someone. Arman laughed lightly at Kavita's words as if he was making fun of himself. He looked into her eyes and said, okay, so this is the matter. So will you marry me? Quote. Kavita became silent for a moment and lowered her eyes. Arman said, what happened? I can't do it, right? Kavita looked at him with moist eyes and said, who said I am refusing? I had just avoided looking at you for some other reason. As for me, I am ready to marry you with all my heart. But maybe there are some such things or some such past of mine due to which you might refuse. Arman looked at her in shock. Pain was clearly visible in his eyes. Arman said, I am sorry. Please don't cry. Arman immediately took out a tissue and moved towards her. Kavita smiled with difficulty and started wiping her wet eyelids. Payal said happily, you really want to marry my brother? Kavita again raised her eyes and looked at Arman and said, if he wants to. But before that I have to tell you my past. Payal immediately said, no, there is no need for that. We have nothing to do with your past. But don't forget that you are going to spend your life with a handicapped person. Don't get tired. So don't take a decision emotionally. And yes, my sister is mad. Don't be fooled by her words. You are like a queen of palaces. Our house is not worthy of you and neither am I, Arman said. Kavita interrupted him and said in a firm voice, I want to marry you only, and if I have fallen in love with anyone at first sight, it is only you. Arman, who was turning away from there, suddenly stopped after hearing her words and started looking at Kavita in surprise. Kavita said again, I want to marry only you and this is not my emotional decision. If you don't agree, it's okay. I will not force you. Kavita got up, wiping her moist eyes, and quickly left from there. Baya, this means that on the day of my reception, when you both met and she bumped into you, she fell in love with you since then. Payal said in an excited tone. Arman was sometimes looking at the door. Sometimes he was remembering Kavita, who was lost in thoughts. How can she fall in love with me like this? With a handicapped person like me? Arman said in confusion. Payal said immediately, this is very wrong, Baya. Now don't doubt him. If someone really falls in love, then small flaws don't matter to them. Those who truly love look at the heart, not the circumstances. Arman scratched his head. Well, it's fine. Why are you fighting? I'll think about it. Saying this, he got busy with his work, but his attention was completely stuck on Kavita. After years, her heart was yearning for someone. It felt strange that someone loved her. On the other hand, Kavita went home and kept thinking all this. Just then, Arjun came in knocking on the door. You didn't eat food? And grandmother was telling me that you were crying a lot. What is the matter? Arjun said while sitting next to her. Kavita said in a low voice, I have proposed to Arman. What? Arjun jumped up. You are crazy. How can you marry a handicapped person like this? And he is not even from our society. Arjun said angrily. Kavita said in a sharp tone. But I love him. And please don't call him handicapped in future. Arjun got irritated. What has happened to you, Kavita? How can you do all this? Kavita's eyes filled up. He has become handicapped because of me. Arjun was stunned. That means Kavita's voice became heavy. The person who had an accident with my car 5 years ago was none other than Arman. On hearing this, the coffee tray fell from Payal's hand, who was standing at the door. She kept looking at Kavita with wide eyes and tears started flowing on her cheeks. Kavita moved towards her. Payal, listen. But she shook her head and ran away and went to her room. After some time, Arjun and Kavita went to her room. Payal was crying loudly, hiding her face in the pillow. Kavita said while crying, I am sorry, Payal. Please don't hate me. The shame of that accident has been eating me from inside for years. Payal got up, wiping her tears. Do you know what all my brother has suffered? He lost his love. The girl he was going to marry left him after seeing him disabled. He has lived in agony for 2 years. Only I know what all I suffered to take care of my brother. And now after years, there is light in his life. Your proposal has given him hope. But how would brother know that you are doing all this to erase your old mistake? I will tell him the whole truth. Kavita said in a broken voice, I wanted to tell everything myself. But at that time itself you had said that you have nothing to do with my past. Payal looked with anger and pain. That is good. Now I do not want to hear anything more about this. You can go. My brother does not need anyone's sympathy. He had forgiven the person who caused his accident long ago and had said that it was his mistake too. When Payal said sternly, Kavita's lips trembled. Then she got up quietly and went to her room with a heavy heart. Payal also regretted a little that she should not have said this. Arjun softly said, Payal, Kavita really loves your brother. Payal said immediately, please, I don't want to talk about this anymore. She had just moved forward angrily when Arjun caught her hand and pulled her towards him. Why are you being so adamant? When I have said that Kavita loves your brother, then what is the harm? Arjun said angrily. Payal said suddenly, I don't believe it. This is just sympathy and guilt. Please don't talk about this anymore. She said strictly and started moving away from him. Then Arjun again pulled her closer. And if I say that I have also started loving you, will you believe it? Payal hesitated. No. Arjun hugged her in anger and desire. Payal froze there as if the whole world had stopped. Arjun smiled. Now I am convinced that I am telling the truth. Payal's face turned red. Please, Arjun. Her lips were trembling. Arjun laughed and left her and stepped back. Feeling shy, Payal quickly pulled the blanket over herself and lay down, afraid that Arjun might do some more mischief. Kavita could not sleep the whole night. The next morning when she reached the restaurant, deep emotions arose in Arman's eyes as soon as he saw her. But she moved ahead without saying anything. The sparkle in Arman's eyes had faded. Payal too followed him with a dejected mind. I am sorry, Bhaiya, she said slowly. Arman gave a light smile. It is okay. I was the only fool who was lost in thoughts the whole night, he said and started making coffee while hiding the tears in his eyes. Then he said to the waiter, give this to Miss Kavita. Just then Payal said quickly, no, we will all drink this together. I have to talk about something very important. She quickly called Kavita and Arjun. Everyone came in a while. Why are you silent now? Talk na, Payal said irritably. Kavita took a deep breath. Actually, what Payal had said yesterday is true. I have to tell you everything. If you accept me after that, then it is fine. Otherwise I will never interfere in your life. Saying this, Kavita told the truth. About the accident, the reason for the guilt and the confession of her love. Arman remained frozen like a stone. Tears were falling from Kavita's eyes. I have thought a lot about you. After that accident I ran away in fear. But now I don't want to run away anymore. Please forgive me. Kavita said with folded hands. Arman looked at her deeply and got up silently and left. Kavita's breath stopped. Kavita was about to break down and cry when suddenly Arman returned. He had a bouquet of flowers in his hand. Everyone stood up. Arman extended the bouquet towards Kavita. Kavita's eyes forgot to cry and got stuck in his smiling eyes. Payal shouted happily. Baya has forgiven you, Kavita. Arman laughed. Hey, I had forgiven him long ago. Anyway, it was my mistake too. I had suddenly come on the road. It is not their fault, and now I am so handsome that anyone can lose his senses. So now I will have to be a little careful. Saying this, he started joking and everyone laughed. Then Arman took out a velvet case from his pocket and opened it in front of Kavita. Brother-in-law, you are allowed. He said looking at Arjun. Arjun smiled and said, of course friend. And he pulled Payal into his arms. Payal glared at him and Arjun winked, which made her blush. Arman put the ring on Kavita's finger right there. Tears of joy flowed from Kavita's eyes. Arman's heart was really very big. Even after so many years of pain and loss, he always kept saying that fate must have kept something better for him. Today he had found Kavita who loved him. Arjun, who was strict with everyone, was very soft for Payal. After a few months, Payal and Arman came with a small procession and Arjun welcomed them warmly, and Arjun said laughingly that now not only I am your brother-in-law but you are also my brother-in-law. That means now both of us are at par with each other. Arman laughed. Arman moved forward with his steps. Everyone present there had admiration for this smart and handsome boy. Arman had an operation 2 months ago which was successful, and today he and Kavita were getting united. After taking the groom to the stage, Arjun suddenly held Payal and smiled. I want to congratulate you. Is this your permission? He said and hugged her. Payal made a face and said, what permission was this? I did not even say yes and you did it. Arjun laughed. Hey, this was just a small hug. There is still a lot left. Payal punched him in anger and he kept laughing. Payal got embarrassed and said, okay, now leave it. I have to go and see Arman Baya's future bride. Are you ready or not? Then both went inside laughing and chatting. Kavita was sitting as a bride and was looking very beautiful. Have you come? Tell me quickly, how do I look? Your brother will like me, right? I don't know if I have done too much makeup. Is the dress okay? Kavita asked so many questions in one breath that Payal laughed. Take a breath. No matter how you go, you will remain in my brother's heart. And he himself has said this standing in front of the mirror many times. This sherwani looks good on me, right? I will look good, right? Kavita will like it, right? When Payal imitated it, Arjun laughed loudly. Kavita also smiled. After some time, Arman and Kavita got married and both were looking very beautiful sitting on the stage. Both were lost in some conversation holding each other's hands, and on the other side Arjun was introducing Payal to everyone with great pride. There was love for these two couples in everyone's eyes. Payal went on the stage and blessed Kavita and Arman to save them from the evil eye. May no one cast an evil eye on you. Kavita too blessed him lovingly. Then Payal burst out laughing. Arjun kept looking at her lovingly. Friends, when true love happens, then it happens from the heart and one accepts the partner wholeheartedly. Accepts both his, her good and bad qualities. Tries to rectify the bad qualities but doesn't leave him, her. So if you liked our story, then do let us know by commenting. Like the video and share it as much as possible. If you are new on the channel, then do subscribe and press the notification bell so that you get the next update first. Thanks.